Hello everybody and welcome to another brewing shed video. Still in the kitchen, we're still waiting for the weather to improve. It's a bit too cold and a bit too damp to go out in the shed at the minute, so we're picking on the wife's kitchen. And today we're going to be making another turbo cider, but this time, slight variation, we're going to be making strawberry turbo cider. In total for this recipe you'll need a demijhon, a litre of ribena strawberry juice, 4 litres of apple juice, but just for today, just to get things started, it's only 3.5 litres of apple juice. You'll also need your yeast, which today I'm using cider yeast with sweetener. Would normally use champagne yeast, or I should say I've used champagne yeast in the past just because it makes it a bit drier, but fancied a change. I noticed in a video where I got this recipe from, YouTube channel name below, that he was using granulated sweetener to sweeten his cider. So my version of this is going to be just a little bit slightly different. I won't be using any of that, but what I will be using as well is 150 grams of sugar. So the first thing that we're going to do, ribena strawberry. This is full of additives and preservatives and lots of little nasties. These things can affect the fermentation and they can affect your beer. So, to make this usable, the first thing we've got to do, is open it, and I ain't got any nails. So we're going to take a litre of ribena strawberry and we're going to pour that into a saucepan. And we're going to bring that to the boil. So we'll see you in a minute when that's at the boil. So yeah, we've brought our ribena up to boiling. We've had that going for around about 10 minutes now. Most of the videos I've found on YouTube say between 5 and 10 minutes. I've done it for 10 just to make sure. So what I'm going to do, we're going to take this off the boil. If I can balance that. No, take my spoon with me. So we're going to take this off the boil and 150 grams of sugar that I measured out earlier. Just going to include that into what we've got here. I'm going to dissolve that into the ribena strawberry. Unlike the apple juice, it's not as easy to see when this one's dissolved, but you can get a good feel when you stir and just, you know, a minute or so stir and it should all be gone. It's already at a hot temperature, so there you go. That's looking pretty clear to me. That's all dissolved. Okay, so you can't put that in your demijhon like it is at the moment. We need to bring that down to room temperature. So to do that, just like in the other video, I'm going to pour that into a jug. And into some cold water. Leave that for about 5 minutes, and we'll come back to that. Hopefully by then that'll be at room temperature, and we can carry on and show you what to do next. Right, so welcome back again. We've had that in cold water now. We've brought the temperature of that down, so we're ready to progress to the next step. So what we're going to do with this now is we're going to go to our demijhon. I use a funnel to get everything in nice and clean. Everything that I use, of course, is washed and sterilised beforehand. So we'll get started with the pouring. I'm now going to add 3.5 litres of apple juice, if you can get it open. So there's about 500 millilitres in this. As I said earlier, I did an apple cider, which I'm going to top up with 500 millilitres. Instead of having 2 open boxes, I may as well use this one and then open up a whole box fresh and just half it in a couple of days' time. Just to prove a point about the fermentation being quite vigorous, this is about 20 minutes old, and as you can see, fermentation's already going really strong, and in fact it was like that at 10 minutes old. So that's why we add the 500 millilitres just a little bit, you know, in a couple of days when the foam goes down, just try and stop it from having a blowout. So 3.5 litres of apple juice goes in. Okay, so that's all the apple juice added, all the ribena juice added. The only thing that we need to do now is to add our yeast. As I said earlier, I'm using a cider yeast. Some people will add other little bits like tannin and yeast nutrient. I really don't think it needs it. It's quite a vigorous fermentation anyway, so we'll just pop that in the top there. Okay, and then just to finish this off, previously boiled kettle. Some people use sanitising fluids, different bits. I think everyone's different. This is just my preferred method. Put that in there. Cap. And there we have turbo strawberry cider. The strawberry cider does look a little bit shorter than the apple cider. That's because boiling the ribena, obviously you're going to lose a little bit of it. We're going to top that up later on, so that really isn't going to be a problem. ABV wise, I think it was between 6 and 7% last time. You can calculate that yourself, but to be honest, I just like to drink it. I'm not too bothered if it's strong or not. So we'll see you in a couple of weeks when we bottle this up. Oh, don't forget, I've got my own website, which is www.thebrewing-shed.co.uk. We're looking for members to participate in the community, to offer their advice, to share their recipes, definitely to share their videos. I think the videos are one of the best ways for people to learn coming into this game. And yeah, so I mean, we really need your support. We need the membership. So if you like the videos, if you're getting involved, please pop onto the website, say hello, and we'll see you then. We'll see you in a couple of weeks to bottle these bad boys up.